Good morning, I am Gerhard Mathangani with today's sports brief. The college football scene will crank up tomorrow with some Friday night action for teams across the state. UAB will host Louisiana in a non-conference matchup. The Blazers are 4-1 on the season and coming off a win against Western Kentucky. The Blazers are also 3-0 at home. They welcome a very solid Raging Cajun football team that's already knocked off a Power 5 school in Iowa State this year.
They're very, very multiple in their shifts and trades and motions, and every snap you're getting somebody moving, shifting, and trading. And they'll start out and empty and come back in. They'll go from there out. They're an unbalanced. So really do a good job disguising what they're trying to do offensively. They're a really good rushing attack. Kind of got a three-headed monster at running back. A couple guys that will play in the NFL, no doubt. O-line is a strength of their offense. Just really physical, come off the ball. And then you got the quarterback, who is from all accounts is a super smart player, really makes great decisions. Obviously been playing a while. So offensively, just tons of challenges.
Meanwhile, Jacksonville State is gearing up for its fourth and final game of the non-conference slate against Florida International. Now the Gamecocks are riding a two-game winning streak with wins over Mercer and North Alabama. Now, JSU was set to play these Panthers at the beginning of the year, and they're glad to still have them on the schedule in the fall.
This is winding it up, going to FIU. This is a game we all thought, is it ever going to get here? Is it ever going to even happen this year? I think it's been postponed, 2 or 3 times, through the course of when we're supposed to open with them. So it's a team you had broke down all the way in the all season far as going into the year, and then it got moved back, and then it got moved back again. Them not playing last week, it was like, well, are we even going to play this week? So everything is on for the game, so we're excited about going to FIU and playing. Butch does a great job, I think, with that program. They're built to stop the run and run the football.
Jacksonville State and FIU kick off at 6 p.m. Meanwhile, UAB and Louisiana get started at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Practice continues at Alabama as the Tide prepares themselves for Tennessee. Now, Alabama has won this matchup in the series ever since 2006. Of course, the key for the Crimson Tide this week has been refocusing after scoring a huge win over Georgia last Saturday. Head coach Nick Saban spoke about how he gauges whether or not a team is doing what it needs to do in order to sustain that edge.
I think you look at every individual player. How does every individual player find a way to sustain and grind through and have the mental toughness to be able to, continue to stay focused on preparation, study, doing the things they need to do. Some players do it well, some players don't. Older players that are more experienced maybe understand it a little better. But we need to get the critical mass of people on our team being able to do that. Everybody that has a role has to be responsible for that role, and players that are backup players have to know they're one play away from being in the role. So they have to be prepared and ready to go. I think it's especially important to do this, have this kind of focus in rivalry games, because I don't think records really mean that much. I think how players perform, how they prepare will affect how they perform, and I think that's really, really important.
And that's your sports brief this morning. Our program continues next.